Hello, this is Positive Vibes Enterprise, and I'm Tom Goodwin, and this is Michelle Ronquillo.
Hello, everybody.
Um, the subject today is individual social contributions, and that has to do with the importance of contributing something of relevance or importance to the outside world, the reality beyond yourself that you exist in, something concrete and something that has some purpose or some reason.
Yes, sometimes in life we experience different traumas or things that we get locked into just paying attention to our own spiritual environments, our own spiritual ways of the mundane daily life.
And people sometimes get sort of feelings are best directed towards for a purpose to do something of relevance in the world. When a feeling is just something one is um, attached to just for the feeling, that they get addicted to the feeling, it becomes just like a drug. Because that's what drugs do. They give you the feeling. You can go on a drug and feel blissful, or you can go to a guru and feel blissful. And what is the point of being blissful? I would not find any point. If I felt bliss and I didn't see anything relevant to this reality related to the bliss, I would say, what's the point? What is the purpose? Because that tends to be the way I think, because I've had a really rough life, really challenging life. So everything to me has to be related in some way to this world I'm living in that I'm having to struggle surviving in.
Correct. And so the blissful feelings have to be related to something reality based, like grateful, humbleness, lessons learned, proud feelings that bring you that moment of seeing the contrast and feeling that proudful bliss, but it's related to a reality based movement that will keep you going with the motivation that you want more. How do you get more? You do the actions to get the results.
And one of the things, suppose you do something that's really wonderful. You've been working on it for a long time, and it comes to conclusion and things work really, really well, and you feel bliss. And you deserve it because things happen really well, and so it's an appropriate feeling. So there are reasons to have feelings, but when the feelings are detached from reality, then they it's like you're not carrying your load, you're not doing your part. We need so many things done in this world. This it's so many things have there's so many problems, and there's so many good things that can be done. And our feelings can make these things happen because the feelings the spiritual is powered by emotions. So I feel you shouldn't waste them on just being attached to them and feeling them and being locked and you become insensitive. If you're locked on a feeling that's not connected to the outside world, how are you going to be able to have empathy for other people? Because if the feelings apply to the outside world, then you will have empathy. You will have a connection with other people and their feelings.
Yes, Tom, we got a question. Doesn't each person create their own reality?
In a way, they do. But the thing is, are they creating? Are they developing some kind of delusion of a reality? Or are they creating, like in the future, you want to create your future reality by actually doing things in this in the present that are productive, that lead to something. Like if you're doing some kind of training exercise program, or you're doing some kind of health program, or you're doing some kind of educational program that's
Yes.
going to lead to something, then you're creating a reality, your own reality. But it's something relevant and something that will bring will enable you to contribute something in the future, and that should make you feel good to contribute something of importance. But a lot of people, when they talk about creating their own reality, what they're doing is they're creating some kind of fantasy, and then they try to impose it on other people. And these people that create their own reality can be very annoying to people that have a real good connection with reality, because they'll constantly be telling you this is what happened when you know it isn't what happened. It's their delusion of what happened.
Yes, this is a great question. It also goes into the common reality spiritually of what we need to share as social contributors in this world. It's very important to have a reality-based sense of self, but also understand that we all have this common reality-based understanding that will lead us and evolve us to a higher purpose.
We all exist in a shared reality, and that's what we should be
Yes.
attempting to contribute in a positive way to. Um, there is a reality out there, an objective reality of what's actually happening. It's just that everybody's going to see it differently, and it's hard for any one person to see the whole reality clearly, exactly for what it is.
Exactly. It's like-minded spiritual reality that we're looking for, a reality-based understanding of like-mindedness, because we're all independent with our thoughts and our spiritual reality, but we do share a common reality that needs to evolve as a group, as an essence together of this changing. And if you stay in the mundane of your own little world and not go farther than just the edge of your nose and just your inner circle, you will be disconnected from this shared reality that we all need to work on and evolve.
And there are people that are expert witnesses that when an event happens, they can evaluate it a lot better than other people.
Yes.
So one has to be careful of the sources we get our information from, because just like there are expert witnesses that know what to look for, that are trained in what's important and what isn't, so that they can see reality clearly.
Yes.
There are lousy witnesses out there that are delusional, and you can't trust what's coming from them. A lot of times people will just say, well, this person or that person says this or that, and they'll just take it as truth. Whereas you have to...
Exactly. You need to research everything that comes in and really evaluate on what purpose are you feeling those spiritual things.
And getting back more to the subject, that in order to contribute more to society, one has to have a picture of the shared reality.
Yes.
And so that one can know, how can I play my part and play an important part in this reality, contribute something that is relevant
Yes.
to the reality I exist in.
Yes, definitely. And don't get stuck on just your own. Find the energies, find that motivation, find that way that you're not just doing the mundane everyday, go to work, come home, all that things that you do. Put that extra energies into the spiritual awareness.
And a lot of people handicap themselves with lousy diets and lousy habits.
Yes.
And all. And if they made the effort to have better habits and to focus more on the positive things they can do to create new openings in their life, you'd be surprised how much more one can get out of oneself if one makes the extra effort.
Yes, definitely. Your strength is lying inside, sleeping, waiting for you to wake it up.
And if you really want to contribute, you can do a lot to
Yes.
enable you to contribute more than you are at the moment.
Yes, and in those moments where you feel bliss, don't be addicted to that bliss. Really plug into the spiritual understandings of where it comes from, and don't be disconnected to the reality-based things of yourself and others.
And a lot of having to do, you have to develop, you have to figure out clearly what you're what the best way you can contribute. Understand your individual differences. Understand a lot about the reality related to what you're capable of, what you can
Yes.
do, and that has a lot to do with making the effort to test yourself and figure out, am I good at this? Am I lousy at that? And understand that it's not bad that somebody's better than you at one thing or you're better than somebody at another thing, because that's how you evaluate yourself. And then you
Yes.
can figure out, how best can I contribute? Because I am good at this, I'll contribute in this area. I'm not good at this, but I can work with somebody that's good at something that I'm not good at, and then contribute what I am good at.
Exactly. Keep those spiritual investments in your perceptions and work on that.
So you just have to understand. It's good to know your limitations and know, and there are areas where you're not that limited, and it's always important to try to push your limits, especially in the areas that you are the most capable.
Correct. Yes.
So I think that covers this topic of individual social contributions.
Yes.
This is
And also thank you so much for our questions. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We love them.
so this is Positive Vibes Enterprise, and um, thanks.
Thank you.
Oh,